Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Happy Friday. It's Friday again and it's sunny here. Hope it is for you too. We have got some beautiful dies for you today. Now, these are definitely essential. Sam and I were just having a chat, and these are dies that you're going to want in your stash and use forever because they are so stunning, but also they're going to cover every single occasion. And as Sam's going to demonstrate for us, lots and lots of techniques as well. Let me see, who have we got? We've got Alison Williams, we've got Jacqueline, we've got Maureen York, we've got Deb Copeland, Jane Scott as well, Maria Husk. Sorry, again, I haven't put my glasses on. If someone could just message me about 12 o'clock on a Friday and say glasses, that would be really helpful. I'm going to show you the product in a moment, and then we'll go over and see Sam and let her show us everything that she's got too. But essentially what we're looking at is dies that are only $9.99. These are 6x6 and 5x7, so you're covering lots of different card shapes. Those of you, if you are tuning in from anywhere else in the world, for example, if you're in the US, wow, you're early. But if you're in the US and you like to do smaller cards, of course, you can chop these down really, really easily. Hello from New Zealand. Hi, Briar. How are you? Lynn Spinks, looking forward to these. They are fantastic. I've got some beautiful examples here from the design team. But I do need to tell you, we do have a giveaway. It wouldn't be a Friday without a big giveaway, wouldn't it? We're going to be giving away the entire collection, all 8 of the new die sets, to somebody watching now, somebody live, or maybe joining us in a little while, because I can't say right now. So all I'd like you to do is, I'll tell you what, let's say comment with your favourite card size or shape. Size or shape, either one. Just let us know that your favourite card base. What do you tend to go towards most? Personally, I'm square. I am square, but I like squares, and usually 6x6 or 7x7 is kind of my favourite. So go, what's yours? And then I'll choose from those replies. The same on YouTube as well. If you're catching up on YouTube this evening, there's going to be another full set of the dies to give away to you too. So again, please just comment, let us know about your favourite shapes and sizes, and I'll go back on Monday and I'll choose a winner from there too. By the way, if you've ever commented on one of our YouTube videos and you're not sure if you've won, please do go back, because I do reply to your comment if you are our winner. So check back on each of the live videos. Lots of comments coming in for that. Lovely. Okay, shall we get taking a look? So Creative Craft Products, come on down to my desk. Excuse me, I'm having to lean over today. Technical issues about 3 minutes before going live, and I couldn't put my mouse in because we've got other things in the plug socket. So we've got here a huge bundle of dies, sorry, not dies, cards here. And again, apologies for the colours today. Both cameras are playing up and the colours have just gone way off, but hopefully, look, oh, it's caught up now. Now it's gone back again to blue. Oh well. But you can see how much the design team have loved playing with these cards. So we'll go to Sam in a moment. She'll have some much better colour, I'm sure. But I'm just going to briefly take you through these. So as I say, we've got 4 6x6, I think there's 4, or is there 3? Yeah, 4 6x6 and 4 5x7 die sets here. So we've got an illusion background, interested to see what that looks like in the cards. We've got a diamond background that's smaller. We've got the geometric background as well. We've got the quadro backgrounds. Love that. Very sort of trellis-like, almost Moroccan. We've got a starburst background as well. Now, don't forget, each of these you can be cutting down smaller elements, so I can certainly see that sitting even on a circular base card. We've got the flash background die. Interested to see that cut out. The triangles as well. And then the crosses. Okay, so let's take a look at the samples, because you're going to be able to view these all on craftstash.co.uk or craftstash.us. Lots of you saying which is your favourite as well. That's lovely. So look, you've got the little diamonds here. I just think this is absolutely beautiful. This is Sarah Jane Smallwood. Sorry, I missed out your first name there, Sarah. Sarah Jane Smallwood has created these samples for us. I'm going to check though, because I'm not sure if she's done all of them. I think she might have done all of them. They all look like her style. That's an amazing lot of samples there. But look at these. This is so simple, but that die in the background just really sets it off, doesn't it? With a beautiful sentiment in there too. We've got black and sparkly on this one. And exactly the same die. Isn't that amazing? Look at this. The same die there, used in 2 totally different ways. Isn't that wonderful? They are fantastic, aren't they? Hi, Joanna. Yeah, good for scrapbooking. Absolutely. Now, this is clever. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. For masculine cards, that's perfect. I need to have a play with these. I need to see how she's done that. I can't work it out. I actually can't work it out. I'm guessing maybe it's the negative and the positive and she's staggered them. I'm going to have to ask her how she did that. And look at this. That's really funky. Really good fun. Then we've got, this is the crosses, I think this one was. Just really, really simple. Nice background. Do you know what? If you've got a detailed background like this, you can just put the simplest sentiment or motif on top and you're done. That watercolor effects, definitely. Again, going quite bold with the same die set there, using it horizontally as well as vertically, and lots of bold color. She's just staggered the die cuts here to give that kind of 3D illusion. Makes your eyes go funny, doesn't it? You want to layer the whole set, maybe good as light box cards. Oh yes, isn't that good? This one's got some shimmer on it. If I just show you there in the light, you can see the shimmer. I think the light's kind of sorted itself out now a little bit. I think it was the packaging, the blue matte, the packaging, and that threw all the white balance off completely. But this is clever because this is one of those dies, and she's actually cut away the centerpiece, so you've just got like a lovely frame or border. That's really clever, and I'm guessing you can probably do that with all the designs. Sam's the creative one today. She's going to be showing you how to use these. That's really funky. Again, I love this. So not using the entire design, snipping it to suit your card shape and style. And then I'm going to guess that what Sarah Jane's done here is taken elements from this die and put them, they're almost like Wi-Fi icons, aren't they, or symbols, but again it's really, really clever, and it does look dimensional. Anyone else keep blinking and sort of seeing different shapes and that, do you know, when you look at those 3D optical illusions, that's the word I was looking for, it almost looks like one of those. And then we've got a beautiful shaker card with one of the backgrounds. And again, I think the centre's been taken out there and another die cut, a solid die cut put in. Really clever. Yeah, Jenny said the great samples. Yeah, Louise said the same. They are gorgeous. And then taken from, I think that actually comes from this die set, but cut from a different cardstock. Just the star and pops that in. Again, really, really clever. Now this is definitely down my street. Look at the colours on this. It looks as if Sarah Jane has used some sort of ink or the powder, you know, the powders that you get now, and you get to add water to them and they spread and they look beautiful. I think there's 3 or 4 different colours of those in there, and then just die cut the actual card base. So you've got a really see-through. That's gorgeous. That's probably my favourite, I think. This is another really clever one, just with black layered over the watercolour. And then, oh, do you know what? Look, changing the colour up makes such a difference. I told you there was a lot of samples. We're nearly there. We've just got one more to look at, but these are amazing, aren't they? And one more. This one, apologies, this one in the post got a little bit bent. Been trying to gently straighten it up. But using colour underneath and white on top gives a lovely sort of muted effect. Nice and pastel, not too harsh, but look at the dimension that's achieved. Beautiful. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go straight over to Sam, if that's all right. If Sam's ready. She looks like she's ready. She might have just, yeah, she's waving her hand. She's still there. I didn't know, Sam, if you'd gone out to let the dog out or something.
No, he's not here today. No, it's I'm all ready. I was just watching and looking at all those lovely samples.
They're gorgeous, aren't they? Really gorgeous.
Well, really nice.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. So I have been playing with these as well. So again, Lou's gone through all of them here, but you can see the 4 5x7 and the 4 6x6. So I'm going to do a demo with each size today, one from each size, not all 8. But I
Come
have
on.
filmed. Some of you may have noticed it's already gone up. It went up about an hour ago. I've put the tutorial or the video up of 9 different techniques using your background dies or cover plates, as they're also known as. So all these cards here that you see, you can see how I made these in that video. So I will also get that video added onto the website, so it will be below this product as well, so you'll be able to find it there. But just to go through some of the samples I've got here and different techniques. So this one, many of these you would have probably done yourself, but this one here is like a 2-for-1. So I die cut the stencil here, and I used some low tack adhesive and I popped it on top of this card here, and then using my distress oxides I just coloured all over it, and then I peeled this one off, which is now on this card. So I've got clever. The background here, so this is all smooth, and then this is the raised template or die. So I used it as a stencil in this case. So you've got two cards, very, very similar, but in terms of how they feel very different.
Yeah.
And I've used the sentiments there. All of the sentiments are using the collectibles coordinating stamp. So if anybody's new here, Creative Craft Products, which is what all of this is a really fantastic range of products that are great for whether you're, to be honest, anybody, but they're great for your basics. You've got all your nesting dies and shaped cards that you can use, your tools, adhesives, it's all there. And they've started doing these collectible ranges, so collectible stencils, collectible embossing folders, collectible cover dies, and then collectible stamps. So it's a really, really nice one if you need stamps for every occasion, because these ones certainly have them.
I need some of those as well.
Yeah, so I just use these ones here. When it rains, look for a rainbow, and I'm always here for you. Then I've got this one here, so I just done some paper piecing, and then I added glitter into all of the gaps. There was double-sided adhesive behind this, so I just cut this particular die 4 times and then cut them all into the same four sections, and then just paper piece those different shades back together again, and that's just on a little top fold card there. This one here I love, and I'm going to be doing this technique today. Lou actually sent me a video of Gina Kay, which I know lots of you will know. She's done the technique recently, and we're going to do that today. I think it's fantastic. So this was using that I think it's the geometric, this one, and you can see the image is also on the back, and it's also on the die cut piece. It just gives you a very, very unusual look. Really loved doing this one. And then that sentiment there, a cheeky hello, I thought that was quite nice. This is actually the stamp. Sorry, this is the Tony Darrick. This is the new Paper Craft Society image. So some of you will recognise that one, and really loved putting that one together.
I've got that one down as the crosses background die.
Crosses, sorry. Okay. Yeah. Then I did this one here, so I used the stars as the full, so it's actually attached to the 5x7. I just done some partial die cutting there, and I've backed it with acetate, and just created that fun. I just used some of my inks to create that inky background, and then just. And
once you learn techniques like ink blending and like partial die cutting and such, you can have so much fun with all of these.
Yeah. Just
getting those basics down.
Yeah, it's nice. Like, everybody knows me for doing my pop-ups and kinetic cards and colouring and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's really nice to just sit and do, I guess, a little bit more simple for me. But some of them, they were simple to do, but I don't think the end result looks simple. I think if you give that to someone, they're like, oh my God, that must have taken you ages. Honestly, that one there took 10 minutes because it's all just black ink. It was such a quick card. And then I did this one here. So I used I call this the trellis, but it's not, it's the diamonds, as the focal point. So it's, it's completely see-through there. And I've just used some of the new Adventures in Ink images on the front of that.
Works really well with the plant theme, that sort of trellis in the background.
Yeah, I thought it was really sweet. This one here is paper piecing, and I've done the rainbow effect. So it's cut in the white, and then I cut it in all 7 colours. So I had tons and tons of pieces, and then I've just paper pieced each layer. And use the sentiment there, craft a happy life.
And it's quite therapeutic, isn't it, sitting and paper piecing sometimes?
Yeah, it was really, really nice. I enjoyed it. This one here, I die cut it in 3 different shades. I'm going to be doing this similar technique today, and I have just offset them to give you a real 3D finish. I think it's really cool. And these ones, you can turn them. You can lay one down, turn the next one on top 45 degrees, turn the next one 180, and so on and so on. So they're all different, and they give you a completely different pattern. Yeah. So it's really clever.
Definitely have a play. Like I say, Sarah Jane did one card. I can't even work out how she did it, but it looks amazing. Just by cutting and layering them, you'll work it out.
Yeah. And then this one here, I just used it in the most traditional way that we tend to use these dies. You run them through in a cardstock, stick them on the card, and layer something on top. But I think if you just choose your card carefully, in my case, this lovely gold mirrored card, it actually looks really nice. And it gave me that kind of Moroccan mosaic kind of look. Yeah. And I just thought it was a really nice finish. And I loved this sentiment heat emboss. It's become a bit of a favourite. I say it in the video. It's from, which one is it? Probably gone right past it. You've probably seen it before.
Yeah. Oh, you've gone past.
There we go. Today is the oldest you have ever been. It's in the funny set, but when it's heat embossed, it just makes a beautiful topper. I thought it was really, really nice. So again, everything I've used is all linked below that YouTube video. If anybody's new, you'll find that on Mixed Up Craft. It's the newest video that's just gone up, like I said, about an hour ago.
Amazing. Okay, I'm just going to give you a second because I just need to make announce as such.
Yeah,
2 seconds. We'll be back with you, Sam. So one thing I didn't mention and I did forget, and I will need to thank somebody commented and said, "Is there a bundle?" Yes, there is a bundle as such. So it's buy 3. I'm going to double check my prices just to get it right. Buy 3 for $24.99. So they're $9.99 each. So if you buy 3, you're going to save yourself £5. £5 and a penny, actually, something like. Oh no, it's about £5. So if you're purchasing any 3, so I'd be interested to hear which 3 would you choose, and of course, if you want to, 3 and 3, and how many is the rate? Yeah, 3 and 3, and then just buy 2 individually. Save yourself a tenner. You work it out, and of course, VIPs then also get their 10% discount. This is after the 10% discount is always applied after any other offers and promotions are taken off. Okay, Sam, I can get back to you now because I've done the housekeeping bit, so we'll come back to you.
No problem. So the technique I'm going to do is this one here that I showed you on the 5x7. So I'm going to do it on a 6x6 die today. Technique, Lou sent me the link to Gina Kay, who recently shared it, and it's just really fun, dead easy, perfect beginner one as well. So don't be put off with it, because I think sometimes we look at cards and think, God, that's way too complicated, and then when you actually see how it's done, I think we surprise ourselves. So what I've done here, or what you'll need, it doesn't matter what size card you're wanting to use, just make sure you've got 2 pieces that are exactly the same size. So I've got 2 pieces of 6x6 here. Now the key for this technique to work is you have to make sure that wherever you put your paper down, you lay the next piece down in exactly the same spot. So the top corner here, that's where I'm going to keep this piece of paper, so I know the next one I lay down will be perfect. We want to have 2 stamped images on these 2 pieces of card that are in exactly the same place. Now, believe it or not, I have lots of stamps, but I don't have lots of like silhouette or more blocked kind of images, and I've just gone through and found this one, which is in Helen's. This one's still available. It's her Papercraft Society box 39. Lovely. And it's this lovely butterfly, and I think that's going to really pop through the design. So I'm going to do
just to be clear, I don't tell you what demonstrations to do.
No. Me and Lou talk all the time, and we obviously prep and we talk about what we've got going on this week in terms of launches. And we had this one, and Lou said, "Oh, I've seen a really nice technique. Have you seen it?" And I hadn't. She sent me the link. So yeah. So
I couldn't explain it. You kind of stamp that bit, and then you die cut that bit, and then you lay it over, and she's like, "What?"
Yeah, there's so many. I mean, you when I have these things, so like with stencils, with heat embossing, with things like that, there's so many fab techniques that have been shared over the years. Blogs that I used to follow, so much of it comes back around again, and you just kind of get reminded of it. So I've tried to make sure that I can put videos out there that have all those techniques in one video, so then when I'm talking about them, I can just say go to that video and it's all there.
Absolutely.
So now you just want to decide where you want things to be positioned. So I think I'm going to have, let's make sure again that's in the right place. So I'm going to have a butterfly up here, one down here, and then this is the sentiment I want, so I'm going to have that probably towards that corner there. So I think we'll keep those there, pick them up, and then I'm just using the VersaFine because that's great for detailed stamps.
Yeah. So they're only $9.99 each, which is a bargain anyway. But when you realise how many techniques you can do with even just one of the dies, you've got good value.
Yeah, every technique I show in that video you can do with one cover plate.
Yeah.
You don't need all of the 8, isn't it? Sorry, 8 that I have. They will work. They just create slightly different looks. So I'm just going to do that again, even though that's stamped really nicely. Okay, and then don't move the stamp. Swap the paper and pop your other piece in.
So stamp platform's kind of essential here.
Yes, if you want that precision, it's definitely going to help. And then again, make sure that's all nicely transferred. It's the first time I've used these butterfly stamps. They're gorgeous.
I was just thinking that. I was just thinking, they're really pretty.
Oh no, actually I lied. I used it to cover but I heat embossed it in white. I think that's why you see it differently. Whereas in the black, it looks really, really nice. Right, so we've got those 2 ready. So I'm just going to pop all that to one side.
Good evening, Marie from Western Australia.
Okay, so for this technique, I'm going to use the geometric background. So this is the 6x6 one. And you want to now cut this into one of these 6x6 pieces. So I'm going to go for this one. The ink's probably a little bit still wet. VersaFine does take a little bit longer, especially when you've stamped it like 2 or 3 times, but That should be okay. So this will probably sit, yeah, bang in the middle of that piece there. So I'm just going to grab my machine. The 6x6 do go through my Sizzix, you know, my Sizzix Big Shot. Just my normal. Yeah. Okay. Lots of people liking all the different techniques. What's that one as well? I want all 8 systems.
Yeah.
But I want all 8. Okay.
Tasmania. Lynn, hello. Another Lynn from Tasmania. It's late at night there. I'd be asleep by now.
Okay, so that now sits perfectly over there. Lay my plate down and cut that out. Okay.
So Christine thinks the geometrics probably her favourite. Oh, do you know what? There's just so many. I don't know. I don't know. It's like choosing a favourite child, isn't it?
Just going to have to run that through again. 2 secs.
I'm really intrigued with some of these ones that do look like sort of your optical illusions, though. I think maybe they would be my choice because they're so different.
Yeah, you can change, you can move them around a lot. There we go. Just have to run it through a couple of times. Right. Yeah. Pop out all of the pieces. You don't need to keep those. So right now it's like, oh, this doesn't look that great.
It's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah, it will all come back together again. Get rid of all of this. All pops out. They cut, I must admit, all cut beautifully. You know, sometimes we get those stubborn dies and you've got to...
Yeah,
but they don't, I've not added any shim with that. I just ran it through again. I don't have to put any more pressure or anything on it.
Lovely.
So.
I must admit, creative craft products are usually, well, they're always really inexpensive, what we call core items that you're going to just use time again. But the quality is amazing on them every time.
Really nice. Okay, so next what you want to do is, depending on what you have, if you've got the creative craft product foam adhesive, then cut this again using foam adhesive. What we want to do now is add some dimension. If you don't have that, just cut this 3 times using like a heavyweight card. So this is 300 GSM. Stick them on top of each other. That's going to create your dimension. Or if you have none like me, because I'm out, I've just used normal foam. So this isn't a double-sided adhesive. I'm going to add my glue to it. But you can see that it just quickly gives you that dimension without you having to cut loads of layers. So again, I clean all of that, but I want to now stick this on to this piece here. So I'm just going to add some of my quick grab glue.
Okay, so of course you could put, I guess you could put some sticky back on the back of your cardstock before you cut through, or your foam.
Yeah, use your adhesive sheets as well.
But definitely the foam adhesive sheets are amazing. I've got stacks of them.
I need to buy more stacks of them because
I keep topping it. Every time I make an order, I throw a few in my basket because I don't want to be as you are now, run out when you really want them.
Exactly. That's in the middle
or
there.
On a holographic background.
Miss a circle. There we go. That's all of them. Okay, so just sit this over the top. Doesn't matter which way it is at the moment. Just want to get that stuck down.
It's a symmetrical image, isn't it? So you could turn it 90 degrees either way and it would work.
Exactly. It will all line up nicely. So just give that a second to dry. Make sure that.
Do you know it's the same as me? She adds some to every order.
Yeah, no, I do. I need to put an order in, and I'm using a lot more at the moment because I've made been doing so much filming ready for when I go on my holly bobs. So you just using loads. Right, now this is the great bit. So this is now going to stick over this, and when you line it all back up again, oh, hang on a minute, that way. No,
you were right.
It's that way.
Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Why is it not?
That is right, isn't it?
It's that way, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is where there we go. I'm thinking it's got to be that way because I've done them right. There we go.
Just have to jig it a little bit.
Seeing just a slight little movement will line everything up. So I need to get that.
So is it worth using maybe a sort of a wet glue that you can wiggle?
Yes. Yeah. That I did when I made that 5x7 one. I used the liquid glue. Because I did have to just move it a little bit. I mean, I'm just lining it up with the square below, but you might find you just a little smidge that you need to go off to one side slightly.
Yeah.
And then you can just trim off your excess. So,
how thick is your foam, please, Sam? Says Maureen.
This is about This is a little bit thicker than the normal. This was actually sent to me a few years ago now. This I think is about a 3mm, but the most common is 2mm. That's like the kids' fun foam that you find in all your craft kind of stores. We've got it on the website as well, and I think it's 2mm that the foam adhesive is as well by Creative. So
looking at it, do you know what? I'm going to try measuring it.
this is definitely thicker than that. So I'm going to say
yeah, it is.
before, but I've never found this in just this thickness just normally in a shop. This, like I said, this was sent to me. Okay, so I'm just gonna line it up.
Trying to find my ruler. Why is there never a ruler around when you want one?
No, I know. And then literally I can just wiggle it around just a little bit until that picture perfectly lines up. And it's just such
gorgeous.
A lovely, really, really nice. It's so simple. And like I said, great. You don't have to do black and white, but I think just that block colour does look nice. You can have all different, but when I bring it out, look at how cool it is.
Stunning. That is somebody said optical illusion is just like that, isn't it?
Very, very clever. I'm just going to trim a little bit off down this side here. And then I'm just going to stick that right on top of my card blank. I'm just going to use the stronger glue here.
So we haven't even mentioned occasions, because obviously you can use these for absolutely any occasion you want to. That would look amazing for Christmas if you want to do sort of a tree silhouette or a village silhouette scene. That would be really pretty.
Yeah. I don't think there's any really that are specific to a theme. I think
sure,
they
would be
can
really,
all pretty much.
What would be really fun is if you printed off 2 identical photos of somebody or something.
Yes, that would look really good. I bet you've given loads of people some ideas there.
Yeah, have a go.
So
especially
the sentiment
things like
here,
scrapbooks.
just going to trim this down. I'm going to have it a bit longer. Just line that up with my trimmer there.
Hi everyone who's just joining us, thank you so much. I hope you're having a good Friday. It's lovely weather again. I don't know I think it's supposed to get really hot, isn't it, by all accounts?
Yeah.
I was due to go to a spa on Sunday, but unfortunately they had a fire last night, so we won't be going.
No.
Yeah,
that's a shame. You were saying about that.
Yeah.
I also thought the Creative Craft products do the black foam. Again, I'm out. This is a little bit of scrap. I think this would look really good if that was all black in between.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Give another really, cool effect as well. Or any coloured foam. I've got tons of different coloured foam sheets, so you could match your foam to your, to your stamp colour. I'm just going to have this one.
Nice monochrome card.
There we go. And then you could add some little jewels onto that, some little glaze if you wanted to. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I'll just bring in the 5x7. So you can see that this one's more of an outline stamped image, which still works. But I think if you've got ones that are real block images, I think they'd look great. I know in the Sheena's Papercraft Society box, she's got those scenes. They work really well in this technique. I think some of the RSPB ones we've done as well, I think they would look really, really cool. But I think it's lovely.
Brilliant. Lovely. Thank you so much. Shall I do a bit of a recap for those who've just joined, and then we'll come back to you. So if you have just joined us and you're just watching Sam make some lovely cards, we've launched today the Creative Craft Products background dies. Now these are part of the collectibles range, and you've seen collectibles over the past few weeks, past month or two from CraftStash. So it is a CraftStash exclusive brand. It's Creative Craft Products. Many of you were talking in the comments about how you've got adhesive, you've got the foam sheets, you love, we call it CCP, we abbreviate it because it's a lot to keep saying. If you're in a meeting or something, keep saying Creative Craft Products. But a lot of you have the Creative Craft products. So we've got the dies today. We've had the embossing folders, we've had the stencils already, we've had some stamps too. There's just so much within the range, and they all mix and match beautifully. We're looking at 6x6 inch and 5x7 inch dies today. 8 new designs. There's 4 of each for you to collect. That's the idea. You collect them all eventually, and once you do have them all, honestly, the possibilities are endless, even if you can't say it. Just check the comments again. So Laurel says fabulous card, Sam. Nick says you've not seen that method before, but definitely going to try it. Very simple and stylish. It really is, isn't it? Oh, Carol Lewis, service interrupted, gremlins again. Oh, have you? I don't know. Is anybody else? It's still got comments coming through, so I'm hoping it's no one else. and hope you're back with us soon, Carol. Rosalie, these are going to be cool to play with. Do you know what? There's so many comments. You're all going up too quickly. I'm going to have to scroll back. But don't forget, we are giving away the entire collection, so all 8 of the dies, to one of you watching live today. I just asked you earlier, and if you'd like to do it again or you'd like to add to your contribution to win, I'd like to know which is your favourite card shape or size to craft with. It could be circle, square, diamond, or it could be 6x6, 5x7, A2, whatever it is. Just let us know in the comments and I'll pick someone from one of those comments towards the end as our winner, and I'll do the same over on YouTube as well on Monday. So if you're catching up with this on YouTube, please do leave a comment with an answer to the same question. Okay, I think we're ready to go back to Sam now and see another demonstration, see what wonderful things she's got for us. Oh,
this one, very, very easy. So this is going to recreate the 6x6 version. I'll go back through my samples at the end for those that have joined and missed that part. So this one here, you see how it's created that really cool 3D look. So I thought, what else would give that good effect using the 5x7 one? So I've gone for this one, which is the triangles. So you just want to cut it in as many shades as you want, to be honest. I've stuck with 3. I've just done 3 shades of this purple here. So I've got my light, my mid-tone, and then the darker one there. And the nice thing with these, and again, I mentioned it in the video for the 6x6, is when you lay it down. So if I just move this one off slightly to the left, you can see there, you get that effect. You can go slightly off to then to the left. That was to the right. You can go up and down. You can, with not with this one, but with the 6x6, you can turn them and then lay it down over the top, because obviously
but that's different.
But again, you could do it and snip into this, but it's better to show you, with the 6x6 you don't lose it all that way. But you can see how you start to, just by playing around with them and layering them up, you get some really different looks, and each one's going to be different. You could move this one into the middle square. There we go. So it completely covers it. There we go. I've just filled that. Yes. So can you see now? Brilliant. So we've got this. I could just snip off the ends there, and it's just filled that middle portion.
Amazing.
So I just hope it certainly made me think about my other dies a lot more doing this, because again, I get sent this stuff to then share and promote and so on. So it is nice to kind of be reminded of things that you've seen before, or just see what you've got and think, I never thought it would do that, but now I've had to play with it. It's you kind of, I don't know what's it called, where they you revamp or you re-look at your product. It's like it's new again, kind of thing. There's a word for it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
refresh,
something like that. Yeah. And then again, look, you could layer up on top. And like in one of the samples, I think Lou shared, I think Sarah Jane, she's cut that whole middle section away. So just snipped right down along the 4 sides there, and then you can stamp your sentiment right into the middle. So yeah, really, really fun ways to use this. But I want to just show you just how I do this one is just the same for this one here. So I'm going to, again, I don't have any of the adhesive, so I'm going to just use some glue just around the edges here, and just attack that.
Revisit, lots of refresh or reinvigorate. I love how people help us with our words.
Well, let's face it, the amount of times I've done videos and then people have said, God, I've got that, I've never used it, or it's made me look at it in a different way, whether it's the way something's been coloured indifferently, or I don't know, it's just
giving you more versatility for each of your products, isn't it? And like I was saying at the beginning, as you get crafting for a while, you start to learn more techniques, and then you can go back and reapply your new techniques to your old products that you maybe didn't know you could do the first time round. And I do think it's really important to have some sort of system within your craft room whereby your older products don't just get pushed towards the back of a drawer, a tray, a cubby or shelf or something, but you kind of rotate them, even rejuvenate. Absolutely, there we go. Rediscover. We've got all sorts of words coming in here. But I think it's really important to bring out your older products and try those new techniques with, and then vice versa as well. And
also finding what you like, because if you're new to card making and you're just buying everything, so I know I did when I started off, you just bought everything, but sometimes watching videos like these, you might look at this and be like, it's not really me, that's fine. So you know then not to go with them. So others might be like, this is exactly my style.
Yes.
I need, and that's it. Then you like this kind of dye. So yeah, there's always
I
something
think
for everybody.
these will work really well with textures. To be honest,
It's very
textured backgrounds. Yeah,
because it's all about layers. There's different texture, like that 3D technique one that I just shared, and
to get mixing them.
Yeah, like Lou was saying, you get used to, or you get familiar with a style you like, and you just do it then straight away. It's like, for me, fun folds. There's so many fun folds that I just know from my head. I can just work them out. I can, change the measurements, and they're just like go-to. So when I need to make a quick fun fold, it just comes to me. And it's the same with techniques. If that's what you like doing, then you'll just find that you'll just do it really quickly straight away. And
speaking of which, Sam, what are we going to be doing at 2:00?
I don't know.
You need a quick fun fold.
Yeah. No, this is a mix and match today.
Oh, of course it is.
So this one, I'm just going to drop it down ever so slightly. So I'm coming down. So
just a millimetre or so.
Yeah. You'll see a little square's just appeared, and then little you start to make like a new pattern. Like now it's got all the points have got like a little peak on them.
I see. I get it. Yeah.
Okay.
Celine and Vanessa both said these are going to work really well for men's cards. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. And I think they look nice on gift boxes as well. You could have this as like a shaker gift box lid. This design could be, on the top with acetate, and then you've got the shaker detail. You could have them to even decorate the sides of gift bags and boxes and things like that as well. Don't just think about them. A few people have said using them, with tea lights in them and wrapping them around.
Definitely.
So the light can come through.
Yeah, as someone said, think outside. Someone said think outside the box, the square, the circle, whatever it is. But yeah, think outside it, definitely. Do something different. Jenny said the first card that you demoed today, Sam, she did with the with my textures dandelions from the Wildflowers collection.
Oh, nice.
That would work really well. That has now sold out, but if you've got it, definitely worth it. That's one I would have tried it with first if I was doing it. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah. Good idea.
So again, just laid that one down, just slightly offsetting it, and again I've got a really nice dimension to it, and hopefully it's picking it up in the video.
Yes, it is. We can really see that dimension coming through now.
Really clever. What I did with this one, because it was easy to, is I put foam. Once this was all done, I put foam behind each, the darker colour.
Yeah.
So it's lifted on foam there. I mean, it's a bit harder to do that on this one because of the... Now, it has come off the edge slightly there, but because it's a top fold, it doesn't matter. So it's still going to stand up fine. And then what I've got here is I've just cut a piece of mirrored card, and then I've stamped the sentiment here, dream, create, inspire. And I'm going to just pop that up on some foam.
Lovely.
I wasn't quick enough for wildflowers.
Bottle wrapping. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, they've just gone recently. There are still dies left, by the way. Not that matters for this technique, but that's all that's left. Let me see. Bottle wrapping. Where was I? Roseanne. Bottle wrapping with a raised image would be awesome. The angles would create different effects in the round.
Yeah.
I've never done that, bottle wrapping.
I've seen it done a few times. It does look really good. So I'm just going to line that up with the four kind of corners there, and then pop a little foam.
Lynn says she loves your VIP video using the puppet dies as swing cards. Yeah, that was really clever, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just put a post up in a quick video of that one. So yeah, if you've not checked out your VIP hub lately, have a little look.
Just a note on that, actually. Sorry, Sam, I just spoke over you again. I'm always doing it. You're used to it. Just note on that. If you visit obviously the CraftStash website, we know you'll visit lots. If you go into the VIP hub and you see the preview for the videos, the content, and think, oh, well, I've already seen those videos, do make sure you click into the blog, because unfortunately those thumbnails don't automatically update. So what's showing... Before you actually go into the blog, what's showing isn't necessarily the latest content. So do always have a quick look in there. We get a new video up there a couple of times a week.
Yeah, no, it's a good place. Okay, so that's the finished card. So just seeing the two
Fabulous.
together there. So that's just giving you a 3D dimensional look. I think
Love
it's really,
it.
really cool. And then I'll just go back through, like I said, for anybody that's missed it. So this was the first demo that I did. Love that one.
Gorgeous.
Really, really fun effect. And I think this is a technique that's stuck in my brain now. I think I'll remember this one for when, I don't know, if I'm doing a demo somewhere else down the line, or I need a quick card. You know, I think they're going to be definitely ones that I use. Absolutely. This one here, just your simplest ways. That's just using it single layer on a piece of card with a topper. And, you know, like I said, that's how I think a lot of us, you know, would use these. But hopefully just sharing some more techniques. This one's all paper piece, so it's just cut multiple times in different colours. This one's really simple, but using the die there as a focal point on the card. So I've just cut that aperture and just tied it in with the plant theme there. This one's one of my favourites. I just love using it as a full piece. So I just partially cut I cut all of this, and then I'd left my plate so it wasn't overhanging here, so I didn't cut it. You got space there to write your message. That doesn't take away from the design there either. But I love acetate on cards anyway. I just think it gives such a nice effect. And then we've got this one here, which is just paper piece in all different tones, and then I used double-sided adhesive, and then just sprinkled glitter. So it's very simple. You could use gilding plates as well for this. Very similar to what I did with the embossing folders. I did that technique there as well. And then this is your 2-for-1. So that one was this one I cut, which is the die I've just used, and I stuck it onto here all in white, and then I used my inks, covered it all, and then I peeled this one off of here. It left that design, so that's the stencil detail, and then that is the die stuck then on top of this card. So it just gives you, like I said, the 2-for-1 there. So some really, really fun techniques.
I think you could do that.
Really handy.
You could do all of those techniques with all of those cards. So you've got 8 techniques there. You've got 8 cards. So you're looking at 64 different cards. If you just do each technique on each card straight away without even having to think, oh, what are you going to do? Do you know what I mean? It's, you know, you could try it. Now, thank you, Sam. That's been brilliant. They're fabulous products. So you're back live on Facebook at 2 p.m?
Yeah. So 45 minutes? I'm going to go and decide what I need to make, have a coffee. And,
go have let somebody out for a little.
No, he's not here. He's not with me today.
Oh, is he not? Oh, sorry. We were talking earlier. I assumed he was with you from what you were saying earlier. So, okay. Well, you may go for one, and we'll see you at 2:00.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Sam. Bye-bye. So now I was just looking at the comments, and Facebook has done a little bit of a change around, and you can't actually scroll back through old comments, which is really annoying. So I'm not going to be able to choose a winner right now and announce it, unfortunately. But what I'm going to do is rather than choose some, because all I've got is the live comments scrolling up, and I want to go back to where you were actually commenting about the card size. So I'm going to sign off, and I'm going to go pick a winner straight away, and I will post it. I'll get it posted on CraftStash for you, so you see the post there. So then if you are our winner, please do email customerservice@craftstash.co.uk to claim your prize. And again, if you're watching on YouTube catching up, you can simply, again, comment. If you are our winner, then email us to claim your prize as well. Okay, lovely. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget, everything is available at craftstash.co.uk. But as we've been talking about lots of products that sell out, these may well also be on their way if you're not quick. So go and have a look. That you've got the £3 for 24. 3, for goodness sake. It's Friday, everybody, isn't it? Do you think it's Friday? 3 dies for £24.99, saving yourself almost £5. There we go. I think I got there in the end. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. I hope you all get a rest, and I think I need one. And I'll see you again next week. Take care. Bye.